Hello friends, this is DMC. Now I've owned many Delonghi coffee machines over the years, so thought I'd make a quick video with a few very simple tips for getting the most out of your espresso machine. So let's get into it. The first tip or tips, obvious and simple but easy to forget sometimes. So don't forget to keep an eye on your water level. It won't damage your machine if it runs dry, but is a real pain mid-cup when it runs out, which I do quite often for me. I shouldn't really, because this Delonghi, the Dedica, has got a huge visible water tank on the back there. And yeah, even though it's got that, I did forget sometimes to fill the water up. This one has got a insert with the water tank inside, and as you can see, it's got a red float on the inside of the tank there, which is visible here. And yeah, quite often I forget to put water in it and the machine runs dry. And also, don't forget to put a cup underneath. It sounds really stupid, but the amount of times I've completely forgot and it's gone straight into the drip tray, or I've realised after pressing start and had a mad dash to grab a cup and get it in place before the coffee starts running through. And yeah, very simple but often forgot, so that is my tip number one. Tip number two is, well, latte art is very difficult to achieve with a Delonghi. Sometimes you will and sometimes you won't, but with a bit of practice you will get better results if you have a milk frother with the switch on, like this one, which has got hot milk or cappuccino. And it's a good idea to run on cappuccino for a short period, then switch into hot milk to thin the milk a bit, as more often than not it will be too aerated for good latte art. So practice, practice, practice. I normally run a bit longer as well, as the jug will feel very hot to the touch, but when you make your cappuccino it will be lukewarm and a bit disappointing. So yeah, the practice with the milk frother. This one is a lot better than this one, for instance, which is just a fixed frother. This one has got the switch on, which I found a lot better. I did actually try and fit it onto this one, but it didn't fit onto this machine. So that is my tip number two. Practice if you want to make good latte art. Tip number three is, don't make the mistake of buying or grinding your coffee espresso fine, as the pressurised baskets become clogged very easily if you over tamp the coffee in the portafilter. Delonghis prefer a slightly coarser grind and not much tamping. Just level the coffee off really. You can tamp a bit more with really coarse grinds. And lastly, another tip, don't overfill your basket either, as that along with a fine grind will guarantee a blockage. So if you insert the portafilter and it's difficult to turn in the machine, you have probably overfilled your basket, and that can cause leakages too. The amounts that I put in my portafilters are, in the single portafilter I will put about 7.5 grams in that, and in the double, which I've got here, which is being washed, in the double I'll put about 11 grams in that one. So that is my tip number three. Don't grind your coffee too fine, don't over tamp your coffee as well. And that is my tip number three. So that was my tips for using a Delonghi. It was going to be 5 tips, but I couldn't come up with any more, as the Delonghi machines are so simple to use, you really can't go wrong. The pressurised baskets do get a bad rep sometimes, but if all you want is a quick coffee with no fuss, they're perfectly fine, and you will get a good, consistent tasting coffee 99% of the time if you follow these very simple tips. So I would really like to hear your thoughts on the Delonghi coffee machines and any tips that you have that I may have missed. So let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more coffee reviews in the future, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.